Hello friends. So we have been discussing characteristics of Old English, isn't it? Yes. So now we have got another point today, that is the resourcefulness of Old English vocabulary. Old English, we have already seen that it was pure, unmixed, and there were no words, no loan words, means words borrowed from foreign languages like Celtic, Scandinavian, French or Latin. At this stage, later you will see the second part of Old English, we will see that Old English was influenced by many foreign languages like Celtic and so on. So here what we see is that it is a language, a pure, means only they had the word stock or what you call vocabulary brought from their homelands, the Anglo-Saxons, their homeland. That is Germanic words we can say. Some modification they made when they came here. So here what happens is that there are, but at the same time it is very resourceful. And you can see the author of Beowulf, how he has used metaphors and kennings and different ways of expressing the same idea and so on. You will find as you go through Old English literature, and the most important work during the Old English period, that is Beowulf. The author of Beowulf has done quite a lot of good work in the use of Old English and coining even new words in the language. Understand? Now what we are going to do is we will consider how Old English made use of, or how Old English made the language rich enough to express different ideas, different nuances of the meanings, different combinations, different words used for imagination and things like that. Imaginative use of words as Shakespeare did later in the 16th century. Now I will give you some examples. See, there was the first way they enriched their vocabulary was making use of an existing word for expressing new meanings. For example, we can say that old word in a new sense by making some modifications. We can see that example, I will give you the example and you will understand it better. Yes. For example, Old English word mod. This is an Old English word. Like it meant heart, spirit, boldness, courage. Meanings like this, no? Heart, spirit, boldness and courage. So many meanings is there. Means different shades of meaning. Now based on this root, meaning of the root, heart, you can make hearty, you can make boldly, you can make boldness, you can make what is the other one? Boldness, spirited. You can say courageous. You can say that is spirited, a good spirited person, a magnanimous person, like that. See, how did they bend this word, this mod, this single root? How did they bend it to different uses can be seen from the examples or the illustration that I am going to give you. Understand that? For you it's easy for you to remember these things and you can answer your question. What do you think, or write a note on the resourcefulness of Old English vocabulary. You can very well make use of this. So mod is the root. Okay. Then what they did was added something to this. Mod plus ig. Modig. Look at that. Modig. And then modig means sad, hearty, spirited. You can any of these you can use modig. Then modiglich. L-I-C. Modiglich. And C was used for that. So modiglich. So from this heart, they took another meaning. Modiglich means big hearts. Big heart means what? Magnanimous. So another meaning is that magnanimous. Magnanimous. A person who is magnanimous, large-hearted. Mahatma is it. That's why we say Mahatma Gandhi. Understand? And then they had another word they coined, modig Modicliche. Modicliche. And what is the meaning? Boldly. That is. Proudly. So that was, when you are bold, that it becomes an adverb. Boldly. And then there's a proudly, boldly, proudly, etc. So then, see, the root is the same, mod. From there, they are coining words like that. And then they have modigness. Modigness. Now you know that is noun. This is adverb. This is adjective. This is adverb. Now you have got a noun. What is that? Magnanimity. See that? Magnanimity. Because the word comes heart. The suggestion comes from heart. Magnanimity. Magnanimity. Pride and so on. Pride. Pride in the good sense or in the bad sense. Pride. That is pride goes before a fall. Yes, like that. In that case, it is a bad sense. When you say you can be proud, or he is pride, you can also have a good name now. A good meaning. No? Pride. Pride, to be proud of something. That is pride. Isn't it? Yes, your achievements. Yes. Correct. Then you have mod. And then you have got you can further make words like this, modcraft. Magnanimity, pride and things like that, no? Yes. Then you have got modcraft. Mod plus craft. Craft is intelligence. Your spirit, intelligence. Yes. Modcraft means intelligence. Look at this. See how the different shades of meaning are. How they are. Modless. Modless. Now you can see. Modless means less has a negative meaning. Spiritless. Spiritless. Or you can say spiritless, or you can say what is it's a modless person, means afraid of something. Understand? It's afraid of something. Modless. Spiritless. Spirit. Suggestion comes from spirit. That's the thing. Then you have got we have already seen the modcraft, yes. Then gladmodness. Gladmodness. Gladmodness means happy. You are very happy. Or that you are means you are when you are happy, what happens? You are very kind, generous. Generous, yes. Generous, kind and all. See how meanings. You can say in a way, you can see new meanings are no. From the just one word mod, that is changing some ending here, adding a syllable there, they make it. Mod lufu. Mod lufu. Lufu in Old English means love. So, heart full of love. That is mod lufu. He is a mod lufu man. Old English. So, that is love. Love. Isn't it? Hindi muhabbat. Love. That is muhabbat. Or Tamil they say kadal. I know only one or two words. I don't know many words in this now. Then you have got mod mad. Mod mad. You know, mad means, what is it? Stupid. A mad person is a stupid person. Stupid. Folly. Mod mad. Folly, stupid, foolish, and so on. That's the meaning. See, one root. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more are there. This is enough, I think. 5 or 6 if you give it will be enough. So one root, they have coins, or you can say different meanings. They derived different meanings by changing slight here and there. Because these are liche, ness, craft, less, ness, lufu and mad, etc. These are that is common endings for adjectives, adverbs and so on. Even now we have what? Ness. Quickly. We said quickly. That is a goodness. We said like that. I hope you understand. This is sufficient to illustrate the how an old word like more. Old word doesn't mean that something very old, say in the BCs. No, that the word that was used by the Germanic people before they came to England. In the way that we have already discussed and narrated, some came there by invitation, some came there for invasion, any of they settled. They liked England very much, so they settled down there, they started speaking their language. Then they found they are imaginative people, they are resourceful people. So from one we can see all through this that root is there, that is single root. And from there we are making many words. So this is one way of expressing new idea. How many new ideas now? Heart, spiritual, hearty, boldness, bold, pride, courage, courageous, then proud, proudly, magnanimous, intelligent, spiritless. Spiritless means gloomy also again. Spiritless. A person is spiritless. That means it's gloomy. Another meaning. You understand? When somebody is sitting very sad again, he is what is the word spiritless? Moodless. Today also we say no, he has no mood. I don't have mood, we say. So that's one way of tiding over this problem of having not many words to express different meanings. Alright. Then second was, so you can say an old word used for new purposes, we can say, and by adding or changing the ending and so on. Adding and changing the ending, this goes on now throughout the history of the English language, isn't it? Say for example, now we have got a new word, post-truth. So truth is already there and post is also there, but what do? We put both these words together and we made a new word, a compound, post-truth. So today we are living in a society that is a post-truth society, we guess, isn't it? Last year, remember, that was probably the most important word coined, or the compound coined. Understand? Then second one is, there is so first is existing words or old words, you say, existing words, old words or existing words used for derived meanings, you can say. That's first one, derived meanings. Or old word in a new sense. Simple language, you can say old word in a new sense. Old word in a new sense. By changing ending, etc., as we have seen. Take the example of mod and then you can write this. I give a few examples like that. It's not very difficult, I think. It will be alright. So next one is self-explaining compound. Second, self-explaining compound. And that means, you have got these self-explaining compounds in modern English also plenty. Steamboat, electric light, sunrise. These are compounds, self-explaining. Electric light. There is no need to explain to anyone what is electric light, because everybody knows it. Electric light. Sunlight. See? Railroad. Railway. So these are self-explained. Steamboat. Pressure cooker. So every day you are using that. You are seeing pressure cooker every day. So it's a compound, understand that? Yeah. Self-explaining compound. There are the other compounds which are not self-explaining. For example, if I say electrocute, this is not a self-explaining word. That we will see later. Let's not mix it up. So you have got self. So for example, you have got yacht craft. Yacht craft. Yacht craft. Yacht craft. That's a old English spelling. What is earth craft? You can see. Earth means earth. Earth craft. What is earth craft? Geometry. See that? Geo means geo. Geo means earth. Isn't it? Geo. That is George. the first part of George, that is earth. That's the meaning, earth. So, geometry, yes. Geometry. That is earth craft. Geometry. So, earth is there, craft is there. So, geometry. That is Jimvrta. Another one, Jimvrta. Jimvrta. Jim, you know already the word. Gem. Vrta. Worker. Gem worker. That's the meaning. Gem worker. Who is a gem worker? A jeweler. That is it. Jimvrta. Jeweler. Earth craft. Geometry. Understand? Then you have dag-rut. Another word. Dag-rut. Remember this spelling Old English. Dag-rut. What could be the meaning? Dag. Day. Day-rut. When is the day-rut? Morning. Dawn. So that is the meaning. So you have got dawn. Because this is not as clear as steamboat and so on, because we don't know the spelling. There is some slight changes in spelling and so on. So this is another way of what you call enriching vocabulary. So a very interesting method used by, I think, almost all writers. Milton said pandemonium. Pandemonium. What is pandemonium? Pan means all. Diamond means devil. So devil's parliament is pandemonium. Look at that. So pan is a Greek word. Diamond is diamond. It was also Greek. So together you put together and then you make a new compound. That is self-explaining compound. Pan-American. Pan-American. So that means all America. There is a pan-vision. All vision. So pan enters into different compounds. And most of these are self-explaining compounds. Understand? So you have got 2 or 3, I think that's enough for you, isn't it? Or you can say dagung. Dagung means, again, you have got the meaning. Dagung means down, isn't it? Dagung. Dagung means down. So this, like that, you have got diagram, derad. This is derad. Derad is down. And dagung. So these are some self-explaining words. So that is a second method, you can say. So the second method of enriching or expressing ideas, although the language suffers from paucity of words, means not enough words. Paucity. Words is, second is self-explaining compounds. Understand? Compound means 2 words put together. Like they, etc. Now there is a third method that you use, as in the modern English you have suffixes and prefixes. What you call suffixation, third. Suffix, use of suffix and prefix. You know this prefix, suffix is a syllable added at the end of the root. And prefix is an added at the beginning. For example, pre plus degree, pre-degree, isn't it? Then quick plus li, quickly. Li is suffix and pre is prefix. So they have got that. See, words like friendship, ship, that is the suffix. From that's the meaning of friendship. That's the meaning. Friendship. With refine. Okay. Let's say friendship. Understand? That's very easy for you. Then with refine. With refine. From this you can understand drive away, repel. Refine, repel. Repelling somebody, repelling. Withstand an. Withstand an. Withstand an. Here it is prefix. Here it is suffix. This is with this prefix. Withstand an. Easily you can understand. Withstand. Resist, etc. That is the meaning. Persist. So suffixation and the prefixation. A single word, for example, Satan. With that you can make how many words you can? Satan, Satan. See, Satan. This is the root. Now you have got a plus Satan. A Satan means place. Satan means to set. Set something we say. So that is the Satan. A Satan means to place. Be Satan. Be plus Satan means be Satan means to appoint. Appoint. See that? Be Satan. Then you have got to for Satan. For Satan. That means to for Satan to unsettle. That is it. Obstruct. Obstruct or unsettle, you can say. See? How many words? A Satan, be Satan. Then you are going to for Satan. Another one. For Satan. That you know, isn't it? To prevent for Satan. To obstruct. That is for Satan. Prevent this is obstruct. Place before. Sorry. That means place before. Because you know this for, F-O-R-E, for. For has the meaning of on Satan. On Satan, another one. On plus Satan. That means to oppress. See? On Satan, oppress. Then we have unsatan. Unsatan. Unsatan means unsatan. Unsatan means put down. Put down. See how many now? How many words you have put? Isn't it? With Satan. That's the thing. With Satan. With plus Satan. Also to resist. Same meaning. Resist. Withstand and same meaning. See, already you have two words. One is withstand and withstand. So here what you find is already we have seen prefixes. Friendship. Understand? So that is suffix. Plenty of prefixes here seen. A Satan, be Satan, for Satan, on Satan, unsatan, withstand. See that? And that is the third way. This is quite known to us in modern English also. We make use of thousands of prefixes and suffixes now. How many prefixes, XMLA and all those things we have got. Okay, so the third is that prefix, use of prefix or prefixation and suffixation. So that is the third way of making. Now there is a fourth way that's very interesting. Usually done by poets. A roundabout way of saying the same thing. For example, instead of saying mother, you can say the woman who feeds me, the woman who loves me very much. The woman who loves me very much is a roundabout way of saying mother. The woman who gave me birth when I was small. See, or the lady who made me ready for school. Or the lady who makes food for us in the kitchen. And I can be another person also, but mother, you can say. It is understood, no, it's mother. So like that. Now that's called, there is a name for it, use of kennings. Kennings. I will give you an example, then you will understand it much better. King. Instead of saying king, you can say no, leader of the house. This is a leader of the house. If you find kennings, you will find plenty in Beowulf. And leader of host is king. Protector of earls means earls. That is king. Instead of saying king, you can say like that. Protector of earls, he is the king, you can say. So again you can see the person who the giver of rings. Yes. giver of rings or awards, you can say. King, giver of rings. See that? So this round the board way of saying things. This is, or you can say you can have such a synonyms now. That is the victory lord, you can say. Victory lord. Victory lord. That's also king. So instead of saying king, you can express the same idea like this. Just now I told you about the lady who loves me most. That is mother. The lady who feeds me. Mother. The woman who gave me birth when I was young. Mother. The woman who sat by my bedside throughout the night when I was sick. Mother. That is kenning. Very often it is mother. Certain cases you will find father also. Father, some fathers are like mothers. Then what will happen? Mother will go to sleep and father will sit by the side of your bed. So there are many fathers like that. In parenting, it's very interesting to watch parenting, no? Who gives more care to children. In many cases, 90% of the cases it is mother, but there are a few cases where father. I guess you can say now children are very fond of their father rather than mothers. So in many cases I have seen. Understand that, yes. When they reach home from school, they will first inquire about, has father come home? Mother is already there. It's maybe because of that also. I don't know. Those things we will forget about that. Now time being, remember the Old English vocabulary. How did Old English vocabulary try to solve the problem of the paucity of vocabulary or word stock in those days? That is during the Old English period. Afterwards, it's the notorious, inverted commas, means positive, the notorious word borrower is English. That's why the speakers of any language, they will find something common with their language in the English language. Because many words, say India for example, we have got bakshish, we have got sannyasi, we have got guru, we have got curry, curry, that's an Indian word, curry. We have got maja, see, Rudyard Kipling in one of his novels says, put some maja into it, man. Maja, that is something like saying that put some sugar into the coffee, put some maja into it, man. No? Yes, so the Indian English writers, in their novels and so on, you will find Indian, based on Indian background and story, you will find they are using plenty of Indian or native words in their novels. So this is what happens everywhere. Around the world you will find it. Around the world and across the world you will find that English borrows words from Red Indians, from Aboriginals, kangaroo for example. Kangaroo. Boomerang. That is a word that is borrowed from Australians, the Aborigines of Australia. Boomerang, that is the word. So what I am trying to tell you is that just after this, the period, Old English period, you will find, during Old English period itself you will find. Already I have told you, we are going to enter into that area that is foreign influences on Old English, Celtic, the Latin, Scandinavian, or Norse, Dutch, Denmark, Danish influence. Then you have got French, the French is, it was really deeply felt influence. Because 1066, William Duke of Normandy conquered England and settled down here. You see, the French ruled England for 2 centuries, and French was considered as the language of fashion, language of the upper classes, and also language. French was not considered. French was the language of the ruling classes. Suppose after that, in history, suppose it had continued 1066 onwards, if it were the rule of the French people, now we would be now studying French language and French literature instead of English language and English literature. But English literature. But something happened, we would be studying Corneille and Molière and so on. So instead of that, what happened is that history, that vagaries of history, we cannot say anything about that. Then again, the English took over the reins, and then English literature and so on. That's so far. Alright, I hope that you understand. Old English is a very fascinating area of study, very interesting area of study, you can put all your originality into it if you want, your imagination into it if you want. Understand that? And therefore, I humbly request you that you must go through that Old English part. Don't skip it, saying that oh, it is difficult and things like that. It's not difficult at all. I have been giving you this 19th lecture on Old English, that is Indo-European language, no? Origin of language. From origin of language we have come up to this, and of course this will continue. I would suggest that you subscribe at the earliest so that you get, almost, I think I am planning to complete this, the history of the English language, this course, say by February or so. It will be a complete course for BA as well as for MA, that is undergraduates and so and postgraduates, and I hope that those people who are doing MA private, my lectures will be of great use to you. Really, it will be. Not because I am lecturing, but it will be definitely of great use to you. So all those people who are doing MA private, say teachers maybe, or some people may be working people, and they should, I should say, if one of you come to know about my lecture, you should share this and you should ask all those people to subscribe at the earliest so that they can get, this is a help. It is a help, no doubt. It's not because I am not declaring that I am a great teacher or anything like that, but this is only a help. You have got many other people doing the same thing, you can go through that and then you put all these things together and then it will be of help to you. That's all what I am trying to tell you. Not that this is the only help. No, not at all. No, not at all. You see, I don't mean that at all. There may be better people doing the same topic. So that and this, whatever you get, this especially, I am aiming at those people who are doing MA in private study, because the regular students, they have their great teachers doing this, but still for them also it's a kind of reference. Understand that? So I hope that you are enjoying my classes and you will definitely subscribe, and you will also ask your friends to subscribe. Friends and fellow students or viewers. Okay, so bye. Have a nice time. We will see again soon with another topic in Old English. Okay, till then, bye.